Hi, my name is Marilyn Devonish from transformationstm.com, and my friends are always saying to me, Marilyn, you should make some of your Facebook posts into little video logs. So I've resisted doing that because quite frankly I couldn't be bothered to get the camera set up, but here we go. This is the first one, and this one was inspired by a video that I saw this week where Whoopi Goldberg was being interviewed, and a guy stood up and he said, "Whoopi, I just want to tell you that your role as Guinan in Star Trek absolutely changed my life." And she sort of smiled, you know, politely and nodded, but she didn't really get the significance of it until he continued speaking. And he said, "I saw your character, I was really drawn to it. I then, as a result of seeing that, he started watching Star Trek. He went on to some of the Star Trek groups and forums, ended up going to some of the conventions, met his wife, and he just explained this whole unfolding, which was started off with her character on Star Trek. And at that point, when she really got it, she burst into tears and started to cry. And it reminded me of a session that I'd had with my client the day before. Really, really amazing person. They are in a job that is literally saving lives, yet one of the conversations we had was about the fact that they often felt unappreciated, they were not that sure that they were doing a good job, they really didn't feel as though they were always making a difference. And the emotion that conversation between Whoopi Goldberg and the fan really kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with my doctor earlier this year. I'd gone for an appointment, I was just about to leave, and then I said to her, I said, "Do you mind if I say something?" I said, "It's not about this, it's about you." And of course she looked puzzled and said, "Well, okay." And I basically said to her, "Can I just say that I think you are amazing. You're intelligent, you're knowledgeable, you're switched on, you really listen. I think you do an amazing job, and it is always a pleasure to come and see you, even though I'm not into doctors that much per se." And she went quiet for what seemed like the longest time. And then she said in a kind of cracked voice, "Our patients only come to us and talk to us when they've got complaints, so thank you. And I will share with the rest of the practice what you've said, because it's really nice and it's important for us to know that we are doing a good job and that we are making a difference." And it was then my turn to be kind of stunned, because as I walked home I had this sort of almost a sense of injustice. It's like, how could a woman who is so amazing, so dynamic, so good at what she's doing, how could a woman like that go through her working day and not know that she's appreciated, and probably go through her working week and maybe even the majority of her working life and not know that? And then at that point I remember something my dad used to say. He would always say, "Tell me the good stuff and give me the good stuff now while I am still here. Don't wait until I'm in a box." And it's that whole thing that, you know, in amongst all the crazy, stupid, silly things that we do as human beings, there is still somebody out there that loves you, that appreciates you, whose life you have touched in some way, shape or form. And you might not be lucky enough to have them come and tell you like that guy did for Whoopi Goldberg. So it's in those times you almost have to hold that thought and almost kind of keep that in your heart in those times where you're going through life and it feels mundane and it feels like you are just trudging along doing the day-to-day stuff. And my kind of point here, and my hope and my wish for you, is that at the moment where you need it most, in those times where you feel most desolate, that somebody gives you the gift of telling you that you are loved, that you are appreciated, and that you have made a difference.